Hello and welcome again to another episode of the Long Gone Loser Rock Show. Today we are going to talk about one of my favourite bands of all time, and I know I say that on every episode, but we're going to talk about Blondie.
I'm in the phone booth, it's the one across the hall. If you don't answer, I'll just scream it on the wall. I know it's sad, but I just had a call. We've been hanging on the telephone. We've been hanging on the telephone.
I remember the very first time I ever heard Blondie. The day sticks out in my mind. There was a program on TV when I was living in Adelaide, way back in the day when I was a little kid, called Trax Music. And they played the music video for Heart of Glass, and as soon as I saw it, I was mesmerized. I loved the song, and of course, seeing Debbie Harry for the first time was quite a thrill. So I became fixated on Blondie's music, and as time went on and I was able to buy my own records with my own money, I started buying whatever Blondie records I could find. I think the only record I don't have is No Exit, and that's because it's never had a vinyl release. So hopefully we will see that in the future. So now, that brings us to what we're here for. This thing weighs a ton. So here we are, Against the Odds, the box set by Blondie. So I bought this in the Black Friday sale, and I'm carrying it to my car, and it weighs a lot. And my car, stupidly for me, I just thought it'd be like this box and that'd be it. But no, it's this huge thing. And I parked not exactly close to where I picked it up from, and I had to walk back with it, and it was a bit of a trek, but we got there. The box itself is one of the reasons to have this, so let's check this out. How cool is this? The box itself unfolds itself to a giant stand-up cutout of Debbie Harry. So I might put this by the front door, and when people come over, they're going to be like, "Hey Damo, hey Debbie," and I'll be like, "Haha, fooled you. It's just a cardboard cutout." But anyway, very, very cool. So yeah, let's get stuck into this. Oh my God. Okay, so I've already taken it out of the plastic wrapping for you, and basically this is what the box looks like. Now you've got this little slip cover for it, you know, and it's got nice photos in there, and on the back it tells you everything that's in it. So that's always cool, and so we'll throw that down there because we don't need that at the moment. Box is nice and shiny. Like I said, it weighs a lot. The back has photos. Against the Odds box set covers everything from 1974 to 1982. I hope that means that there is going to be a 1983 to 2023 box set coming soon, because there is so much stuff. I know that they didn't do a lot of albums after this, but the fact remains, No Exit has never had a vinyl release, and neither has Panic of Girls. So those two records need to come out on vinyl. Just saying. But anyway, let's open this up. Let's go through this box one by one. I love the Coca-Cola logo, and it's nice and shiny. It's just a really nice looking sleeve. There you go. There's the back. This is the track listing. This one is like demos and stuff like that. All these extra records are like demos and rehearsal tapes and live tracks and stuff like that. So I'm glad to have it, because I'm a bit of a Blondie completist in that regards. I love to hear everything. And so yeah, as you can see, track listing is pretty awesome. Parallel beats. So this, I guess, is rehearsal tapes and stuff like that for the album Parallel Lines. There's the track listing, and look at this picture of Debbie. Now these records, they have a very similar sleeve, like the inner sleeves are the same in all these demos and whatever. So you've got all these nice picture sleeves from around the world, and obviously the album's contained herein. But I like the covers. They're gloss, and they're very thick cardboard, so very, very cool. These demos recorded at Plaza Sound Studios in New York City, so I'm looking forward to hearing this, like I said. And none of these are on coloured vinyl, they're all on black vinyl. But there again is the track listing there, so check that out. As you can see, this is going to be a good time listening to all these songs I've never ever heard before, or versions of songs I should say. Home tapes. This is going to be cool. Look at this cover. There's Debbie. So good. I can't wait to get stuck into these. Like I said, I only just got it, so I haven't had time to listen to any of it yet. But maybe I'll come back and put a thing in the comments later about which ones were my favorites and some standout moments of the audio, of the demos, because we've all heard the albums, and if you haven't heard the albums, you need to rectify that. But out of the demos, this is all new to me, so I'm looking forward to listening to this stuff. Now, here we have the albums. We have the self-titled debut. This album rules, and it is really a punk rock classic. And I know a lot of people debate about whether Blondie is a punk band or not. To me, they are, because their attitude, I think, is very much punk rock, especially Debbie and Chris. They're very vocal in their political beliefs and stuff like that, and they just want the world to be a better place for all of us, And I love that about them. I love the fact that, they're still standing up for what they believe in, and their morals haven't changed. They're awesome. But anyway, this album, it opens up with the song Ex Offender, which I guess everybody knows now, but the song was originally titled Sex Offender, and then the label said, no, you can't do that. But there is a band called the Mr. T Experience, and they released this single. This single is a cover of them doing Blondie's Ex Offender, which they titled Sex Offender, and it sounds like this. An amazing version of one of the greatest Blondie tracks ever. Love it, absolutely love it. So if you have never owned this single, I'm sure it's not expensive, but you need to own it because it is probably the best Blondie cover I've ever heard. Speaking of Blondie covers, there is a double LP release on Sympathy for the Record Industry called How Many Bands Does It Take to Screw Up a Blondie Tribute? And you can find that record here. And that record is amazing. Like, seriously, like, check out the track listing on this thing. I've got to tell you right now that the Short Fuse's version of Maria is phenomenal, and it's probably my favorite cover on here. But it also features other cool tracks by other cool bands, including my good friend Kitty Kowalski from the Kowalskis, who actually was lucky enough to get up on stage and sing with Debbie Harry at a show once, and there is a photo of that right here. And she is a lovely person and one of my favorite people ever. So for those who know Kitty Kowalski, you know that she rules. And yeah, Kitty, if you're watching this, I hope to see you at Punk Rock Bowling next year. Plastic Letters. You know what? I used to own this so long ago, and someone took it, or I lent it to a girlfriend at the time and never got it back. But this album is really, really good, and so I'm glad to finally have it back in my collection. There's your back cover. So all of these are exactly the same. Like I said, there's no inner sleeves or anything though. Like Parallel Lines, possibly the most well-known record of Blondie's, and this one has, you know, the big hits on it. This has One Way or Another. It has Heart of Glass. It has Hanging on the Telephone, which, for those who don't know, still to this day, and I have met people that have no idea that it's a cover, but it was originally done by The Nerves. And The Nerves are awesome. And you should buy this Nerves record if you find it, because it has all the cool stuff. The Nerves. Awesome band. But anyway, Parallel Lines, I'm glad to have another copy of this because my copy has been scratched to shit. I've played it so much over the years, so there's a lot of scratches on there and a lot of skips and jumps and stuff like that. And so I'm glad to have a nice pristine new copy of that to listen to. So this one does have the inner sleeve. So there you go. It's got all the lyrics and stuff on there. A great record. Possibly my favorite Blondie album is Eat to the Beat, purely because it has my favorite Blondie song in there, which is Dreaming. And I know it's probably cliche to say because I think everybody loves Dreaming. Besides Dreaming, it's got Atomic, it's got Union City Blue, and I love those songs. And I know they're singles and whatever, but it's just really good stuff. This is a really well produced album and the songs are fantastic. And Debbie, look at her on the cover. She looks adorable. And you've got the token guy smoking on the back cover. Of course you do. But anyway, Eat to the Beat comes with the inner sleeve, so that's cool too. Auto American, awesome record. Again, has the inner sleeve. This has the hits, obviously. You've got The Tide is High and Rapture, which were two big songs for Blondie. The Hunter, stoked to finally own this on vinyl. The only issue that I have with this is that they did not include the poster. Now, when this record came out, it did have a poster, and it doesn't have it. And I thought that they could have at least included the poster, you know. But Debbie's hair, like seriously, I want that hairdo. That is the best hairdo ever, and she's wearing leopard print. How awesome is that? So yeah, I've never owned the Hunter on vinyl, but now I do, and so I'm looking forward to cranking it up. The box doesn't end there though. It keeps going. We have this awesome 10-inch record. Now this 10-inch record is called Out in the Streets, and there is your track listing. This is a cool Blondie thing to have. I've never heard any of these versions before, so I'm really looking forward to cranking this one up. And it's the first Blondie 10-inch I own. In fact, have they done any 10-inches besides this? I have no idea. But I'll be able to find out soon, and I'll show you why. You also get this huge book. Now this book is filled with Blondie information, and it is awesome. Like, just seriously, wow. Like, we could sit here forever and just go on about how good this book is, because if there is a definitive book, I mean, I've got a lot of books on Blondie, as you've seen, but we needed a definitive one, and I think this is it. So I haven't read this yet. I'm really looking forward to getting stuck into it, but you know, I'm sure it's going to be one hell of a read. So yeah. Now the real creme de la creme of this box set for me, being a vinyl junkie and a vinyl nerd, is this book, which is a portable discography of Blondie. Now this is filled with records from around the world. It also comes with a bonus 7-inch, which is cool. So there you go. That's always cool. You could have a bonus 7-inch, right? So there we go. You can check that out there. Very, very cool. But as we go through this book, we will see that there is tons and tons of information in here regarding their releases from around the world. So have a look at this with me, and you will see that there is tons and tons of stuff in here, like different picture sleeves and different labels, picture discs, 8 tracks, the whole lot. Everything is included in this book. So there we go, my friends. That is a look at Against the Odds, the deluxe box set by Blondie. This is incredible, and it's going to take me one hell of a long time to get through, but as soon as I finish this video, I'm going to get stuck into it, and I'm really looking forward to hearing all those tracks that I've never heard before. So man, that's going to be exciting, and it's going to be cool to read these 2 books and, you know, learn a lot more information about Blondie, because you can never know enough. But anyway, thank you so much for watching. Go out and buy some records. Go buy this box set if you can, and I will see you in the next video. Look after yourselves and take care of each other. Bye-bye.